Mr. Sims? One of the chickens hit the ground?
Yeah.
Oh well, that's all right.
Oh, it's an earthquake. It's an earthquake.
Yeah, funny. Yeah,
It's an earthquake.
we're on the San Andreas Fault here.
Whose fault is that?
Yours. Pick that lid up once.
That's San Andreas's.
Oh, look at that. Mmm. Good, ain't they? All right. Having a good old time here, aren't we?
Yeah. 62 degrees in San Francisco. Only I could have a party and have only women show up.
That's true. How could you do something like that? Oh well. That's one of your better knacks.
It's kind of neat.
Yeah. Let's go on inside and see what we got.
See, if you act like you don't know what you're doing, then the women do all the work.
Hey, that's clever.
Like that? Hey.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold this like this and just walk in nonchalantly. I don't know what we'll get, but just for the fun of it.
Don't photograph Cindy. Because you're
I know that. I'm not gonna photograph Cindy.
You coming in?
Mm-hmm.
I drink a glass of wine and drink a glass of water. Drink a glass of water. Drink a glass of water.
That's probably great.
But
This
I
case is a glass of wine, pina colada. Glass of wine?
Yeah. It's different.
Excuse me.
The water of the gods.
There you go. You took my chair.
Maybe I could sleep tonight.
Oh well.
It was fair game.
Fair game.
Yeah.
You want your drink?
You snooze.
Yeah, I'll have my pineapple drink here. Tastes good. Very good. So when's chow?
Ciao. Very, very soon.
Very, very
Ended
soon.
that drink there.
Like one of those little dishes when you get to the bottom and you see
I loved those when I was little. I got to feed my little
Are we
brother.
okay?
the chick divided the bowl.
Here's the salad. Oh boy. Looks like a good salad.
Yeah.
Out of pineapple.
Where's some of that chicken? Ribs.
N-O. No,
In
that's
the
other
oven.
one.
Let's see it.
L-A-U.
Let's see it.
Show us your ribs.
L-A-U.
Yeah, show us your ribs there, Chris.
How so fun.
So what do you think of that window?
It's good.
Did you see
It's
it
so
before
funny.
when it was, yeah.
This guy.
Oh well.
Major difference, you know.
I thought we'd get to see some, but that's
Is he
okay.
pretty nice?
Did you smell that?
I like nice.
I
He
like-
does,
Stick your nose over
But
the
he
oven.
can't-
Okay,
he's always
let's stick
so
our nose in the oven here.
Over the oven.
Yeah.
Over the oven?
Works. He's a nice guy.
Mmm, good.
Lauren Knoll. There's
What you
another
doing
Lauren
there?
Knoll. My name's Lauren Knoll. N-O-W-E-L-L.
Making more drinks,
Last name
Joelle?
is not
Yeah.
common. Good. So I moved back to Mill Valley. I was here for like 6 months, a couple of years ago. Never ran into the college. People started calling me No, well, they were getting a guy, this man. And so finally, I thought, oh God, I should call him and just say, I'm so sorry that everybody in their parents and their brothers called you. Because, I mean, every one of my friends has talked to him.
Even I hadn't called Lauren in a while. Shame on me. Forgot it. Dialed 411, got Lauren Knoll called, and he went, hello. And I went,
Oh, no.
God, she got lucky. I said, hi, is Lauren there? He goes, this is Lauren here. And I said, uh-oh, you know who I am. We've met, and I shouldn't be calling, but I forgot her number. Oh, well, it's 388.
It's good that y'all tried to.
So I'm in there, but I'm his L Knoll.
Yeah.
And I mean, I never even thought in a million years it would be another
Sure.
Lauren Knoll, especially N-O-W-L. So, I was thinking, God, I should call this guy. And then I was at the casino one day, and we're talking to some friends. This guy that Chris knew there. And he said, "What's your name?" I said,
Look like a bite of that right there.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me get some video of that. Oh, boy. Can we smell that good chicken and ribs? Oh, that ain't bad.
So he said, so I called him, we did breakfast one day. But, oh, no, what happened first is that before I called him, told him we had breakfast, I was asking him, and I called him and said hello, and he said, well, sometime when you're going down to the cantina, give me a call. But I was down there a couple weeks later, and I thought about calling him. There was this group of people, and they were sort of sitting there, and then a couple of people left, and they said, oh, bye, Laura, see you later. And a name caught my ear, and I looked over, and I saw this man. I go, God, that's got to be him. That's got to be Lauren Knoll.
Sorry.
And then he was all alone. So I said, excuse me. I said,
I said, what's your name? He said, Laura Knoll. I said, well, I'm really glad to meet you. I'm Laura Knoll. And he didn't get it at first. And now did he do? Well, come here. And he gives me a finger. Oh, my God. It was hysterical.
Was that a champagne brunch?
So then I met him for breakfast a week or two later.
He's so nice. He comes into business works. I don't think JP likes him because he pays his bills 3 days late. Big deal. But he is so nice, and he's always just comes in. He has a smile.
What you making there, Joel? That's a Joel colada.
A Joel colada.
guess
Is
he
that
was nice
in relation to a pina colada?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like
Oh,
a pina
all
colada,
right.
except it's got raspberry in it, but this one
Oh.
doesn't have raspberry.
I see.
That's good.
Dictating.
Oh well. So, I went down to your art department and borrowed a.
Oh, good for you.
So.
Ready for?
Yes.
You
I'm in
guys.
the mood.
I'm in the mood for.
Pina coladas, so I can get good and schnockered.
Thank you.
Oh yes.
Should have put on some makeup. Okay, and I'll take these. Are you on
Have a little bit more.
What's this?
A
What's going on here?
A little bit more.
You want to be on the?
On the wine newsletter.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
Okay, Steve. What is your last name, Steve?
When?
Humphreys.
Steve Humphreys. H-U-P-H-R-I-E-S.
Oh, sorry.
E-Y-S.
Yes, everybody does that. How about 3414? Killing, K-I-L-L.
E-E-N.
Right. Circle.
Are you the best speller in the world or something?
Yes.
I envy that.
Sacramento.
I was a real good speller until I took shorthand.
Cal.
Because I have to write.
After
I
shorthand,
could
you never spell.
9-5.
But I used to be really good.
What?
9-5.
I was joking.
Nine,
This
four,
girl at
nine.
work.
No.
Caprice
9-5.
reads everything.
9,
She's
5.
the best speller.
8-1.
Joel and I have been working on my resume.
We'll have to swap
So
phone numbers too if you want to go
I
find
should
it
take this to
sometime.
work and have Jocelyn proofread it for me, huh? I'd go over
What's your
well.
phone number there?
489-2854.
What's
What's
your
Very
area
fun.
code?
916.
916.
I forgot about that.
I didn't. Nor did he. Here is my new address and phone number, although it's not.
Oh, yeah?
It's not hooked up yet, but it will be tomorrow.
Okay.
204A East Blythedale. My little neighborhood. Mill Valley, California.
Moving, God, such a hassle.
It's done.
It's been almost 2 years since
I
I
hung
moved.
both my pictures today. They look gorgeous, bodaciously beautiful.
I'm sure.
Really?
The whole place is much better than where you were at.
Oh yeah.
Where were you
Except for the
painted?
location.
Yeah.
But
I know, that's the only thing that's gonna be bad. But to me, 10 miles is nothing.
I know.
Where were you before?
Terra Linda.
Oh, yeah.
Turbo Limbo. What's
I like
Joe?
getting your name or
What's
something.
my phone number now? 388-5016.
I don't know.
If it's not 388,
Is that
it's 389.
Grant's
I think you said
number?
519.
great.
Remember Levi's 501.
Okay.
5
And
plus
sex
1
sounds like
6.
6, or 6 sounds
There
like
you go.
6.
And
All right.
6 sounds like 6 sex.
6-6. Well, I'll tell you what.
You're a success.
Hey, that's clever.
Very.
Next time I rent a plane, I'll give you a call.
Call me. Really.
Okay.
Next
All
time I know. JP and I were going to go to Sacramento Saturday and go to the state fair, but somebody told me today's the last day.
Yeah, and it's kind of jammed toward the end.
It's over.
Do you should, if
This
you
was
haven't
it.
been
This was
to,
it.
have you ever been to, I'm
This
sure
was
you've
it.
never been to the Renaissance
This is the
Fair.
end of the
No,
state
and
fair.
it's
That's
on
really
now.
cool.
It's
Yeah.
in Brent and Paula had 2 free tickets today.
Oh, really?
And I said, I'll take him, I'll call Kay because Kay's been depressed. Well, I didn't see them till 3:30 in the afternoon.
That's kinda
I
long
was
ago.
dead. I was,
It
I
would
still
have been
am.
too much after painting all night.
Oh,
But I haven't been in a long time. I think
and
it'd be
you know,
fun.
my part of painting was, I did all the roller work, and the extension.
I hate
Ceilings and the walls. My back. I thought, well, this would be great for my breasts. That's what I thought, oh, I'll get good pec muscles doing this. And
There you go.
I am just beat. But and it was like, I would do it in sections. I'd clear up a section, okay, do this section, then do the next one. Get that one, then that one, and then that one, and there was like 3 sections left.
2 sections left. 1 section left.
facial.
Then I was done.
Yeah.
And I was still
What you got in there? I better take a video of what's in there.
Oh, well, let's spank the book.
I better turn the camera on.
What is this? Oh.
Told you that's King Frankie.
Yeah. Oh, she had paint on her poor little thing. She was so cute. She laid there and watched.
Good.
Yeah, you can serve it.
How'd you find your roommate? Did you
help
just
you.
somebody you knew or?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
He works across the hall. He's a pal.
So did you find the place together then?
No,
Where'd you find it?
I found it. I put, I had a photograph of
Miss
me and a friend.
Friday night.
And
Yeah, I wish I was-
put it in the
yeah.
post office, and I put it
I wish I was
in
there.
my office, and I put it across the hall of business.
Really?
Photo-
Believe me, I would have had more fun.
Said,
Oh,
we
bumped
are
out.
looking
We had a good
for
time.
a home. And what?
I heard.
And a guy
Somebody
saw
called
it. This guy next door at the post office saw it and came over and said, I've got a place, it's gonna be for rent, 2-bedroom, make $25 a month, you know.
What
He
a
said,
deal.
We need
It,
dressing.
it could probably hold a bed, and it's got a little bitty tiny yard about the size of this little kitchen.
It's not
here.
on,
That's
is
kind
it?
of nice. Nice to have
Look
you
this way once. Show you something
It is.
interesting.
You covered the
You know what a
dot.
macro lens is?
You covered the dot.
I wouldn't do that.
Much
Much.
better than-
Joel, look this way once.
We're upstairs.
Macro lens.
We're just gonna,
It's really a
nice
good
place.
we're just gonna
It is
do,
nice.
Yeah, there we go. Wait.
Just this?
Just one? Yeah, that's fine.
It was like so dark in there. You know, must
I had a cave in a book.
Dark.
This is what we call seeing eye to eye.
No, it's iris to eye.
Iris eye?
No,
Okay.
iris to eye.
Iris to eye?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
No.
Bye.
You remind me of a chameleon.
We have to put it together.
And there was
Yeah, put
light
together.
in it,
All right.
I'm like,
So,
oh my God,
everybody-
it's on
Okay.
fire.
Enough
It
of
was
that.
like the sun had shifted and I was getting some sunlight.
Looks like a chameleon. The eyeball moves around, you know.
Okay, ding, 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 ding.
Ding-a-ling.
Here.
It
Ding-a-ling.
means something, I'm sure.
And well, now we're ready to sit down.
Well, I just thought about it.
Thank you.
It takes me a while. I'm thick-skinned.
Okay.
I'm thick-skinned.
Oh,
Great.
Who wants pork ribs and who wants chicken breasts?
put your arms under there.
Chicken, please.
Chicken. I had ribs all weekend.
Chicken.
Ribs and maybe a little chicken.
Okay.
Kay and I went to Hickory Pit on Friday night after we'd moved to First
So
Love.
I started with some
We had
ribs.
the Emile special. She did
Wait a
all
minute,
kinds
you
of
weren't
ribs,
gonna have
I was gonna pass this on.
Sliced pork,
Yeah.
sliced beef.
You weren't going to have any ribs,
We were
sir.
both-
This is
then
your
we got
plate.
pie to go.
Oh.
I was
We
gonna
had a
add it.
pot of coffee, yeah. I had
I was
the
going to accuse you of
blueberry
being
salad.
contradictory.
Don't give her.
The sour cream, I'm ready for first.
She has to do
Oh, you want to do that? Okay.
Blueberry
Oh,
and-
sorry.
Blueberry pie.
Find some chicken.
Oh, that's
I was
real.
house sitting
Okay.
for Chrissy's parents. And so I was
I thought you were
with
gonna
my
do
friend
this,
Morgan and I
that's
had
fine.
these blueberries. So I made
Oh,
this little
Okay.
tiny, like, heart-sized little pie, you know. It was like, this little baking
looks
dish.
good, ain't babe? Oh, yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Bye.
Yikes.
Bye, bye.
See ya.
So I left half of it for
Nice
Chrissy.
seeing ya.
Chrissy said, yeah, that blueberry thing. I got there that afternoon. There wasn't a crumb left.
Bye, girls.
Thanks.
Some butter.
That's how you get the girls out of the kitchen. Don't worry, I know you're
Cindy,
there.
chicken?
Chicken.
No,
Sit
let
anywhere.
Let the guys sit at the end.
We'll sit at the funny chairs.
Men in the front seat, ladies in the back.
I want a funny chair.
Wow.
Ah.
This is cool.
Is that because you have a funny personality?
What do you want? Okay.
You want 2 ribs?
Of course he does.
Thank you. Is this my plate being dished up now?
Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy. Why,
Oh, boy.
thank you. Mmm,
What would you like, Chris?
mmm. Set it down here.
Okay.
All of you in the viewing audience will have to wait a few minutes because I'm gonna have some good food. Oh yeah.
I just threw as much in there as I thought I would take.
There you go.
Is everybody having a good time?
Down low, get out of here. You're right. I agree.
It's a crazy word.
Not while we're eating. No way. You guys, you really want to go still want to eat?
But we're on film, they can be black ones.
Pyrex and take it.
Cindy?
They could be part of a witness protection program.
That is
Yes, no, no?
quite true, yes.
Okay. Chris, you want wine?
Not right now. Thank you.
You'll be amazed how much better that is today. It's freshly opened. As opposed to open, say, Friday night and Saturday night. There was that.
I was going out with this guy, and he brought this
What do you
bottle
need?
of wine over to the house, and we had a couple of glasses before we went out. I said, break
You
it,
need
but
some?
I think I put out a cork or
Where you
something. So it stayed open on the counter like 2 weeks until I came home.
Oh, no.
So we had a glass, and I swear to God, the first time we had it was like, I didn't like it that much. And after it sat open for 2 weeks, it was
Mellowed out, huh?
mellowed way out. It was really good. We were both a little amazed.
Joel, thank you.
You're welcome.
So glad I ran into you.
So am I. You know, I really did, I'm not kidding, I really thought about, calling you, but I
I'm
thought,
sorry, had no phone.
how do I reach you?
Smoke signals.
Well, see, I gotta confess, I'm a little chicken shit on stuff like this, so I always like, I was thinking about, like, having a Wednesday night thing.
We've already got a Wednesday night thing going over.
Really? We talked about doing something last week. Where was I, right?
Huh?
Having like a dinner party on Wednesday?
We did?
Yeah, last week.
I didn't see you.
It was tentative, just kind of a, maybe, maybe not. It's more maybe not than maybe, so.
I think they're talking apples and oranges.
You guys are eating, aren't you?
He's sober and I'm not.
Vegetarian at least.
Boy, I have 2 alcoholic beverages.
So do I. Live it out.
I'm a lucky woman.
You'll sleep tonight.
Please, I hope I'm in bed by
Anybody want
7 o'clock.
Is this my glass? Oh, that's my glass.
Whoa, long ways down.
Barbecue sauce here too? Oh, good.
Yes.
Great.
Where are you going, Steve?
I had a little chicken with that.
Salad
There's some
looks
herbs.
lovely. I don't know if I can get enough of this. I need to read stuff. Now, pass this down.
What?
It is. Let's see. It was Saturday night. Gary brought over a pizza.
Oh, I can't live on pizza.
His favorite pizza is pepperoni, Canadian bacon, and tomatoes.
Whoa.
Now I can eat any kind of pizza. So.
Heading out to breakfast? What a fun time we had last night, huh?
Yeah, that was good.
Headed down to have breakfast in Sausalito, are we?
Yep, Bridgeway Cafe.
All right. Sounds good. Kind of foggy.
It's a little overcast today.
Yeah.
I need to stop and get some air in my tire.
Okay.
I think I'll stop at this gas station up there.
Okay.
Payphones, a lot of times the calls I have to make usually cost me on average about 65 cents.
Yeah.
So,
So at 17 cents a minute, you're not only cheaper than the first minute at a payphone. It's the convenience of not having to find a payphone.
yeah, that's true. Not only that, but I feel the main advantage to me in having the phone is that I feel safe that if I ever get stuck somewhere, if my car breaks down, if I get stranded,
Yeah.
all I have to do is make a phone call. I don't have to walk for gasoline if I run out of gas, if that should happen. Or if the
Even
car
if some
breaks down.
weirdos were to approach you and they saw you on a phone, they probably might go somewhere else.
That's true. Car phones don't get stolen very easily because all it takes is once you discover that it's been stolen, all you can do is call and it can be permanently turned off.
That's neat.
See, each telephone has what's called an electronic serial number that is broadcast with the telephone number when you make the phone call.
I see.
So anybody using the phone would not be able to use it because the electronic serial number would be located right away.
Neat.
At 924.
Fog is really low today. Look at that. Does it ever get, 00 socked in here?
Yes. Not very often. Yeah.
That's in dry dock.
Yeah, it's been in dry dock for years. I don't know what type of restoration is being done with it, but
If any. That looks like a neat place to eat over there. Lynn's Landing.
well, I've heard it's really bad. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Looks are deceiving.
yeah. Surprised it's stayed in business.
Huh.
Maybe it's all the local yokels go there.
Local yokels. Huh?
Yeah. Some of these boat people can be pretty seedy.
Huh.
There's a lot of boat people out here. Live on boats.
Village Fair. I think we got some of Sausalito going in the other direction. That's what we got. Some cute little shops and everything here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see the city. Okay. Looks pretty neat. Top of the Transamerica building's in fog there. Interesting. Can you see parts of, yeah, that is parts of Oakland over there. Yeah, we've got all this before though.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't need to waste a lot of time and tape. Well, after having a great breakfast.
That was good food.
Yeah, I like that place. We're gonna go out to the point here and take a close-up view of that aircraft carrier out there that's heading out to sea.
See what?
I don't know what they're gonna go see. They're gonna see a lot of ocean.
See a lot of sea.
Yeah. Regular Ryan Ellis. This is beautiful. We came down this road from the bridge down into Sausalito a few days ago. Now we're heading back up this steep road. Wonder if we'll make it to that point under the bridge before the carrier.
I think we got a good chance of it.
See it over there. There it is. We got a real good chance of it. You're talking about that point where we looked at the bridge, right? Where when you come across the city, you,
I think that's probably the road I should have taken right there to go out there.
yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I think I'll turn around and take it.
Okay.
Yes.
It is a nuclear carrier, yes?
Now, how new would that be?
It's new and it's clear.
I mean, when would that be? When would they have built that boat?
I really don't know. I Depends on when we see the number. Now we're taking the lower road. United States Army, Fort Baker, it says. There's an interesting lookout point.
I'll do this real quick before we get down there in time.
Okay. Just get a fast view of it here.
That sucker's moving right along.
Yeah, it is. Okay, let's go. This is down by Hamilton. There's a little airport on the sectional chart that says Hamilton. I think the Army.
That's north of here. A ways.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Little military base here.
This is going to be converted over for public use.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're going to do with it, but they're building here on this side. Refurbishing that. This will really be a nice area once they start. I'd love to have a business down here. This would be neat.
Yeah.
Oh, they're building docks there. Wow.
That they are.
This is where we were the other day with the Corvette.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how far out we can go, but we'll give it our best shot.
All right. Give it our best shot.
Well, looks like we're going to only get this far.
Unless we went around that upper road, right?
I don't know what's up there. We could miss the whole thing, possibly.
Yeah. Very possible. We're gonna see how far out we can walk around here. This is as close as we can get.
They don't paint the name on it, I guess, huh?
I guess not.
Big one.
Yeah, it is. sir, what did you find behind there?
What I find? Rocks. There's lots of rocks.
And?
Water, salt water.
Yeah, and?
Well, let's see. There is. You know, I can see your eye. I can
see my
actually.
eye?
I can actually see your eye from here.
Can you really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I can see your eye too.
Really?
Are we seeing eye to eye?
I guess so. The iris to aperture.
That's it. That's right, I gotta go and like this. That's alright. Yeah, that would really be neat. We're in Joel's computer room now, and we're going to give you a little demo on some computer stuff here. Now, there's the screen. You can see it's a full color screen. This is a Macintosh setup. It's not IBM like mine. They're two different animals. And anyway, you can see that there is a keyboard just like mine, or similar. Actually, it's a little bigger, got more keys on it. More function keys and a separate 10-key pad. And that thing down there is called a trackball. And the little ball on top rotates, and it allows you to put the pointer somewhere on the screen wherever you want it. See the pointer moving around there? Okay, and let me back the camera off and turn the show over to Joel. Watch this.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Humphreys. This is a recording made on the computer of my voice, and we're going to demonstrate to you how it's done, how the computer can actually record sound and be used in a number of applications. We're going to show you how the computer can actually draw three-dimensional objects and move them around in various forms. As you will notice by the camera, you're probably going to, at this point, be viewing Steve zooming back and seeing me sitting here without my lips moving, yet the computer is doing the talking and making it sounding like it's me. I'll point out a few things about this program. Up here is the voice pattern or the noise pattern that you're seeing. These are the different control bars, and the bar across the top here is the menu bar, which allows me to control different aspects of the program. I use the trackball to control the mouse, which is the pointer that moves across the screen, and the keyboard commands a combination of different keys pushed at the same time to cause different things to happen in the program. Well, what'd you think of that?
Very good. Very, very good.
Yeah. So this program that we're using here is just for the purpose of making sounds, for recording sounds and using them in other applications. Now if I want to change to a different program, I can select from my menu bar here and go into a different type of program. What I'll do is I'll open up what's called a draw program that will allow me to use it just like an artist would use a piece of paper and a pencil or different paintbrushes or whatever. And what you'll see on this program is over here we have what's called the toolbox, which are all the different things that I will pattern and fill it with a given pattern. I can draw squares. I can draw squares with rounded corners, or I can draw circles.
You should mention too maybe that where that little cross bar is, that little crosshair,
Right there.
is where things are going to happen when you touch the clicker on the ball.
Right. Here's a little tool that's called a lasso, where you can draw a circle around an object, like I'm doing here, and it will select the object, and then you can move the object around. If I want to erase something, I have an eraser, which allows me to go in and erase any portion of the drawing.
And of course you can select different colors, like for instance if you wanted this to be a different color like a red or whatever color you wanted, you could make that happen too.
Has full color control. I can even draw triangles. I can make them as big or as small as I want. I can make as many as I want.
And what I was referring to is you could change the color of an existing object without messing the object up at all.
Right. You can take the paint bucket, select a different color, like blue, and click inside an area here, and it will change whatever's red into blue. Ta-da!
Very interesting.
There's a lot of other tools. There's another text tool I'll just point out real quickly that allows you to type. And you can control that text by doing what's called sweeping over it. Notice how it turns black. Change the size. Text gets bigger. And once again, you can select the selection tool, wrap right around it. Whoops, I missed. Got to do it again. And you can move it around. Oops, I didn't get it. The letters are skinny, that's why we're having trouble grabbing this.
You could change the font if you really wanted to.
Not at this point. I've already gone beyond that point.
Oh. Oops.
See? Steve is a funny guy.
Well.
Okay? Now, there's another programs that allow you to draw in... Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to have to find this program. I'm not sure where I put it. Hold on. There it is. Okay, we're going to tell we don't want to save those changes we just made.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a program that allows you to draw in 3 dimensions. You start out by starting out with any cube shape. Take the cube tool. Excuse me. You got a burp on your video now.
Well, that's all right.
A cube shape like this. This is a 3-dimensional cube, and I'll move it around to the side here so you can see it. Can you pick that up on the screen, Steve?
Yes.
Okay. See how it's a 3-dimensional cube. And by double clicking on it, I'm going into what's called the object mode. And this way I can use these tools to draw this shape into becoming a different shape. So now we've got it as a cylinder. So I'll go back to the other, what's called the world view, and you can see here how I have a cylinder, and I can move this cylinder around by using the different tools to force it to move. And by combining several of these objects, you can actually create just about anything that really exists in reality. It's just a matter of finding the right shape to draw so that it creates an object. What I'm going to demonstrate here is an electric plug which I drew. Actually, there'll probably be 2 of them on the screen. Here they are. These are 2 plugs that I drew that I can move around, and as I move them, you can see that they're actually 3-dimensional and can be viewed from a variety of angles. You can also change the size of an item. Okay. Now this object was actually created out of, I think, about 7 or 8 different pieces that were drawn. What you're going to see now is what's called wireframe, which shows the outlines of all the things that have been drawn here. makes it very difficult to see what the object looks like when it's actually rendered as a shade. So I'll go back to the shade mode and show you exactly how many pieces are in this particular piece.
What we should say at this time is once in a while you'll see a cube appear on the screen, and what Joel is doing is selecting a menu to go to another option.
Okay. I'm going to... These pieces are all locked together so that when I move them, they all move together, but I'm going to disassemble this one by unlocking all the pieces. Okay. There's one prong. There's another prong. This is the lower piece that is the grounding bar on the plug. This is the center portion of the plug. This is another, these are two pieces that are still connected here. I'll turn these around to show how these shapes, when they're blended with this one, form this whole inner piece there that looks like a plug. Let me move this down. Okay. This is the wire portion right here, which I believe actually that one is, that's one piece. This is what it looks like in its object mode. And then when you go back to the world mode, this piece right here, I'll blow it up so you can see it better, actually looks just like the real thing. Okay, now you can see they're all different sizes and whatnot, but what these pieces, once they're put together, all comprise this plug. So that's how you draw three-dimensionally. I'll show you another example of what something else looks like. I have done a drawing of my desktop here. I'll close this one as well. I'll show you what the lamp looks like. This is the lamp. You want to show them the lamp,
Yeah,
Steve?
first let me back off and show them the lamp. And you can see it's one of these kind that have a counterbalance here and here. Okay. Let me get back on the close-up. Okay. And there it is.
No, it's not there yet. You came back too soon.
Oh.
Okay, I want to make it a little bit bigger. Here's a drawing of what my desktop looks like when it's drawn on the computer. I'm going to put in a black background so that you can see the contrast a little bit. Might show it up a little bit better. Over here I have a little miniature version of the lamp, which I'll blow up and show you what it looks like, how you can take something and just change the size of it. I'll put it over on this side of the desk. I can't move it. Can't move. I see I'm locked into that. Darn it. Okay, there we go. And I'll make that real big now. Okay, there's a big version of it. Or I can make it disappear completely. Okay.
Interesting.
Now for some animation.
Okay.
We should cut this the intermission because it's taking time for it to
All
go
right.
between.
Let me shut it off for a second. Okay, we're on.
Okay, I'm going to show animation that was created by this animation program, and these are different things. So use it close in on the screen now.
We're close up.
Okay. These are things that were all done on the computer that are in the rough stage right now. I'm still working on these to. They're individual little pieces of animation. That was my first one. and it takes a little bit of time for the computer to load the second one up. This may be hard to see on the camera. This is Mr. Answers. Mr. Answers, what is the wing velocity of the Australian hummingbird?
Well, quite frankly, I don't know.
That other drawing, the red one, was a beginning of a cartoon called Horace Nutcracker, which this version is not the completed version, as you know.
Uh-huh.
So this is a sample of credits that I'm playing with, but it runs too slow, so I don't think I'm going to use this method. I'll probably go to another design method in order to get the credits to come through. This is intended to be about 5 minutes long when it's in its completed form. There'll be a lot of things added to it as things are drawn. Animation takes an incredible amount of time. It generally takes about an hour's worth of work for every second worth of animation that you do. Here it's starting to run over again.
Interesting.
So I'm going to stop it after it does the beginning.
Okay. You said it took you a real long time just to do that, where the typing types out the word.
That typing piece took me about 5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's it. Is there anything else you want me to show?
Yeah, the rocket thing, and show how you have each of the frames, and how you can have each frame going by slowly.
You sure you want to get into that?
Yeah.
Okay.
These are some of the menus I mentioned earlier, and you just point and click at what you want. You put the little arrow on what you want, you hit the clicker, and it gets it. And Rodney.
Okay, this is an animation that I created earlier today. It's like a little practice animation that I did to try a few techniques out in the program. So I'll run it. It's not real exciting, but Steve wanted to show it, so.
We got plenty of time, tape, and battery, so.
I'm surprised. I don't even think you can even see this.
Oh yeah, I can see it through the viewfinder just fine.
Okay.
And you're going to show that, like, sort of had a grid down there, and how
Okay.
each frame was represented by one of the grids.
Okay, in this program you have a variety of windows that you use to work with the program. The two that you work with most commonly are the cast window, which is this window right here, and the score window, which is this one right here. In the score window, each one of these boxes is called a cell, and it represents a piece of animation that appears on the stage, which is, the stage is the area where the animation appears. And as I click through this, you'll see that the piece of animation is starting to come down into the frame. And as I click each cell, it shows what form that the animation is in at that point.
And this indicates
Don't touch the screen.
each cell. Yeah, I didn't touch it.
Okay. This is the other direction as it goes across the screen. And the control panel adjusts the speed, so it can actually speed it up and make it run faster. It's a faster mode now. Okay. Oops. Okay, what else? Let's see. I can show, well, the cast window down here, this is each one of these things that you saw, these objects, is a different cast member. This is a different cast member than this one. And each one of those has to be recorded in the cast window. This particular animation has several cast members.
Or in a more clearer term, the cast members are frames, like frames on a movie film.
No, they're not. They're, cast members are drawings. You can have the same cast member be in several different frames.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So the way you get these out is to, what happens is that you can select a cast member, a specific cast member, and drag it out onto the screen, and place it wherever you want it to go. And you can see here you're not explaining except they're not where they're supposed to be. That's how you get the cast members out onto the screen, and if you want to delete them you can just take them out like that.
And then you were saying the computer can, like, for instance, instead of having to individually draw the difference between, say, that one and that one, the computer can put like 10 frames in there, slowly moving it to the new direction.
Right, you can select, you can't do it in this program, but you can, actually I think you can. I could probably demonstrate how to, let's see if I can effectively demonstrate how to do an animation real quickly here. Let's take this cast member out and put him in right there at the edge of the frame so it'll appear as though he's coming into the frame. And then I'll put him in another cell. Come on. There we go. And then move him across the screen. And then I'll tell the computer to draw all the frames in between. And then I'll run it, and it'll appear as though it's moving across the screen.
And then as you move that pointer down below, and it moves from one cell to another, you can see each respective cell above, or each picture above.
And then the one will come across that we just created as soon as it gets there. There it is.
Then you can run this extremely slow, like right there where he's fading out to infinity, so that a person could see each cell if they wanted to see the
Right, I'll do
details.
that.
Of course it would be choppy, but still that's kind of interesting because it shows the process in extremely slow motion. Interesting. And of course, the faster it moves, the less detailed, but the more smooth it appears.
Okay. So, would you like me to show anything else?
That is really fascinating. Anything else you think might look interesting?
I'll show you I might have a finished version of Horse Nutcracker. This might show the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the whole thing. I think. Silly, but that's the way it is.
What other animations do you have?
I've shown most of them in the portfolio.
Okay.
I'll look and see if I can find anything else. Here's one. That's not running properly. Well, that's great. Interesting. Bet your parents are loving this.
Well, I'm sure they're getting a kick out of it. It's very fascinating. That's what I like, the ability to just point and click and get what you want. That's what's made...
There we go. This might be the correct way this is supposed to run.
That's what's made Macintosh so much more successful than a lot of IBM stuff.
You see the words electronic arts fading in, and then it'll fade out and it'll do what's called a color cycle, which is all that flash of color. Here it's fading out, and there's your color flash.
Mm-hmm.
That piece took about 6 hours to do.
Hmm.
Of course, there's a lot in the learning process on that one.
So the practical application of this, of course, would be like that Coca-Cola commercial the guy did at the Macintosh place.
Yeah.
Or, for instance, this right here, if you had
Here's
somebody's name.
I'll show you this one I did. This is a real quick thing I did for a friend of mine named Marjorie. And this is a Marvin. Isn't that exciting?
Yes.
Okay. Moving logo. I wonder what this is. Oh, that's my logo.
Okay. Hmm.
Starts out with a screen and then it moves in from the right hand side. Ta-da!
Very good.
So that's it.
Well, thank you for the show.
Well, you're welcome. I hope you enjoyed that and it wasn't too boring.
Well, I'm sure it wasn't.
I know this computer stuff can seem very difficult to understand at times. Believe me, I know because I have difficulty understanding it most of the time.
Yeah. I can relate.
Got it!
Cut? Okay. That's a wrap. You might be interested to know that how we did this was by use of Joel's tripod. I had one just like it years ago. And this is his setup. See if I can get him in here to pick his brain on some of the way this setup works. It's a $12,000 setup, and I think he paid $10,000, and a lot of the software is expensive, but Joel's dealing with 40 megabyte hard disk drives. They're actually replaceable. You can take a large disk that has 40 million bytes on it and swap it with another one, which is quite a step up from my little floppy disks. And that's the hard disk drive right there. Chinese truck. You know what that says on the back of that truck there?
No, I know it's Steve, do you?
Yes, it says. That's exactly what it says. There's the CHP down there.
They rode my tail all the way up.
Were they really?
Not tight, but they're there.
True. One last shot. This will be the last shot. This will be the last shot. What general area is this?
This comes out of the bay and goes up, it's the Sacramento River, actually.
Oh, okay.
Goes up the Delta, up into Stockton. A lot of waterways up through there with various fingers off of the rivers that can't get into it.
Yeah, my friend has a boat. We've come down to Stockton on the Sacramento River. I've been told I got visitors. Oh my gosh! Unbelievable! Who could that be? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, who's this? There's a van from Nevada, I'll bet. Parked in front of my house. And who we got here?
I'm trying to get beautiful.
You're trying to get beautiful. What a good time to surprise you.
Which is a surprise at any time.
Well, you said it. I didn't. What about you?
A little rough after that heavy rain we got on the way up here.
You are?
Yeah.
Are you feeling rough?
Well, just watching the road with the rain and stuff, And then all of a sudden the clouds went east.
Well, that's good.
And,
But you're going east. Oh gosh, look at all everything but the kitchen sink in there.
God, I'll say.
Yeah?
Your cat's coming out now.
Oh, she goes anywhere.
Oh, she'll run away when we start dancing.
Yeah. Okay, I just thought I'd come out and surprise you here.
Now, don't forget the beer.
Oh, I won't. Don't worry. This is only going to Mom and Dad and anybody else that watches this silly thing. Okay?
All right.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, you got
Fun.
Well, I'm fairly middling.
Fair to middling? Got it put together?
Yeah, I finally got my act together.
All right. That's a nice little unit. Hold your unit up once, your little 8mm. Hold it sideways. That's a beautiful little unit.
Okay.
Are we ready?
I got it.
All right.
How the hell am I going to go down?
Well, I don't know. I've got enough to carry myself here.
This is Steve. We're with Steve, and we're going to take one of these yachts, yachts, and go down. I'll show you him right here.
Holy mackerel, who's that? Who's that? Taking a picture of me? Okay. Yeah, I got it. How are we doing?
Fine. We're on board.
Okay. I switched batteries. I don't think that has anything to do with it, though.
Can we sit any place? Doesn't matter?
Yeah, sit up front. There you go.
I'll have to sit up front. I'll sit in the back and watch it.
Huh, it's running now. It must have been the battery was low and
Is that right?
but I don't know why the counter indicates full, but it's running right along. Isn't that weird?
Good. Fantastic.
Okay. Any opinions so far, Gene and Phyllis?
Oh, this is wonderful.
You like this, huh? Hey, Dennis.
We were sleeping.
Okay.